mountain.
Yes, people, welcome to another episode of Coz We Can. I'm Sideman, and this is Zeze. This episode is sponsored by Home From Home, okay? And Home From Home is us, the Caribbean in a tin. This is Jamaica.
Jamaica.
And they do Africa in tins as well. So they are doing
African men in tins, because I would love an African man. Think I could get one? Think they can make that?
I think if you put an African man in a tin, that's what we're fighting against at the moment, baby. I think that's counterproductive to the movement. Okay, so I think they've provided a promo discount code for 10% off. The 10% discount code is Coz We Can 10.
What? We got a discount code?
Yes. Listen, we all have to buy food. They deliver all over the country, so please go and buy, make us look good. Coz We Can 10 in capital letters, okay?
Do you see what they're saying to you about you last week, David? They said you were sitting on the fence with everything last week.
Is that what they said?
Yeah.
All right.
I actually read the comments to this week.
No, I know. And to people saying I was sitting on the fence. Okay. Anytime I feel strong enough to hop off the fence about something, best believe that David, one side man for a second, David Michael Whiteley, Jamal, am I lying? I will dive off the fence anytime I feel. Listen, I'm undying over my opinion.
No, you're not.
Yes, I am. If I feel strongly enough about something, I'm on what bare people ain't on. Trust me on that. So if I feel strongly, don't worry, people. If I feel strongly enough on the topic, I will address it. But some things I realize don't need to get addressed. I wait for the climate of the culture. You get what I'm saying? Because I'm sensitive to people's sensitivities. And
are you really though?
When I want to be.
Exactly, when you want to.
That's what I just said. I said whenever I feel to jump off the fence, we're working. So you get your Home From Home tin, right? That you got with the discount code Coz We Can 10. You can go to their website www.homefromhomefoods.com or their Instagram Home From Home Foods. If you want to promote with us, we've had a lot of people coming in. Then contact my manager Harry at soincredible.tv to advertise with us, and we do really fair prices to start up businesses.
Keeping Up With The Kardashians is finished after 14 years. Kim Kardashian went on her Instagram yesterday to tell us that with a heavy heart, she and her family have decided to end Keeping Up With The Kardashians. And that is because I believe they've always said that they will continue to be the Kardashians as long as they are all happy. And I believe that Kourtney is not happy anymore. Kourtney doesn't want nothing to do with it. She wants to live her best life. She's got 4 kids. I don't know how many kids she's got, but she wants to basically live her best life. I'm not going to lie to you. I don't know if this was right for me, but I felt a little bit sad. Not because I love the Kardashians. I used to really like the Kardashians because I used to like the family element of them. I loved watching them, being in the big house and all that kind of stuff. Kind of reminded me of my family at Christmas. I wasn't sad because I really liked the Kardashians. I was sad because it made me feel old. It made me feel like I've been watching something from the beginning and now it's done. And it made me feel like, I'm getting old, because in my lifetime there's going to be things that I'm going to see come and go. Do you get what I mean? Like, it just made me feel old. It made me feel like, wow, I'm really getting on. And that's why it made me feel sad, because it just made me feel like I'm living through things. Do you know what I mean?
Things are starting and dying in front of me.
Things like programs are like, this is what it made me feel really anxious.
So did it make you feel old when Netflix said all of them shows were coming back to Netflix?
Yeah, no.
You're so old. Shows are coming back.
I know, but there was
shows died. They died and then are now being resurrected.
100%. But it's kind of like, I don't know why I just felt old. Because I just felt like the Kardashians were going to go on forever. Do you get what I mean? And now it's just like, rah.
I mean, I think
there's going to do spin-offs. There's going to be 110 spin-offs from that. 100%.
I think at this point in their life, I don't understand why it didn't end sooner. Now, to be clear, I've never watched a single episode of Keeping Up With The Kardashians. I actually cannot stand
the Kardashians.
No, not.
Oh, sorry.
That's not what I was going to say. I cannot stand reality TV. The only reality TV show I've ever watched is Love Island.
And that's because you get paid to watch it, really. Let's be honest. can't even deny it. Also, this week, when you put out the trailer, can you like cut bits up? Because last week I just felt like we should have had like a welcome back trailer. Like we should have done a montage like we usually do.
We'll discuss this in our business section. That's after the podcast is recorded.
No, I'm just letting you know. Like,
Zedekiah.
I'm just letting you know. Like that's what I think we should do. Do you know
Anyways,
what I mean?
you like that. Listen, this is what I need to explain to you. So I was saying, with the keeping up with the Kardashian thing, I found the caption funny because she said, "You guys have been with us through our highs and lows and many relationships." I think she laughed right in that because they know how much they have wheeled through in that show.
But they've had she's been married like 3, 4.
Wasn't she married for like 45 seconds one of the times?
She was married for like 72 days. And that's when I used to watch them hard.
I thought one of the times she was married for 14 minutes.
But do you know who is the real MVP with the Kardashians?
Who?
Kris Jenner, who is the mother. Mm-hmm. Okay, she has
that's my puppet.
Single-handedly.
No, she hasn't.
Yes, she has.
No,
she has.
We are going to respect Ray J and his contributions to the culture.
Of course, what I'm trying to say is, she had sex with Ray J, but most parents. Are you listening to me? Most parents.
I listen to you, and that's why I'm laughing.
Okay, most parents would see that sex tape, panic, and then tell their child to hide. Kris Jenner has made a whole empire out of this, made one of her children a billionaire, okay? Or we don't know if, because Forbes came out, I don't know if she's a billionaire anymore, but whatever. She's close enough to being a billionaire. And all of her children are set for life, okay? Whatever you think of the Kardashians have to be one of the most influential, if not the most influential family of the 21st century.
They're set for life financially, but I'll tell you this here. I wouldn't, bar probably Kim and 2020 Kim, I wouldn't want none of their minds or mindsets from what I see of them. I see them all a little broken. And with Kim, then she's married to Kanye. That's going to end. Remember
but why would you say barring Kim, they're all a bit broken?
No. Just because I've rated a lot of Kim's movements recently.
Okay, but why? But Kim to me is probably the most broken out of all of them.
Okay, no, that's how I was just saying. There's still ways in which her life smash up. So for me, and in my opinion, being married to Kanye West is one of them. For me, it's like, yeah, they've got their money. Yeah, their mom made them set for life financially, but they in their wake is a bunch of broken relationships, bad picking, bad infighting, bad social media things that they care about, bad publicity that they've had to endure. Who knows what their mental health has had to undergo in this time? Who knows how close to the edge they've ever been doing that show, being in the public eye the way that they have. We look at these things and we say they're set for life, but I don't know if I would have wanted the Kardashian path.
But that's with everyone that's famous.
No.
100%.
No,
it is.
There are ways in which you can come up. They have come up.
Let me just
finish.
Explain. No, because you said like what I'm saying is you said that they have been through all of this stuff. You don't know how far to the edge they've been. Yeah. My thing is, I'm not talking about how they got there. I'm talking about the process of people living in the spotlight. A lot of people that have lived in the spotlight, even if they've done it the quote unquote righteous way, they might have been close to the edge. They might have had this. They might have had that. Look at people that have committed suicide, like Robin Williams, like all these people. They've like, you don't know. Regardless, people have a great, or it seems like they're living a moral filled life. This could happen to they've done.
I'm saying they've gotten to where they've gotten to through the exploitation of their own lives, and that has to be taxing.
But now, is it exploitation if they want to do it? If they've agreed to do it? Because exploiting to me is when someone doesn't want to do it.
No, but this is the problem in life. The problem in life is doing things you don't want to do that you want to do because of the money. Do you understand what I'm saying? There's plenty of things, right, that if somebody comes to you and there's no money involved, you ain't doing. But when money is attached, we all want to do things that we didn't want to do prior to. Do you understand what I'm saying? So saying, when people say, oh yeah, they signed up to it, it's like what people say about black people and the positions that we're putting in life and the things that sometimes we end up doing. Don't say, yeah, I did make the choice, but I made the choice based on my circumstances. And
yeah, me personally, I don't like. I don't necessarily like them anymore as much as I used to when I used to watch it before, because I used to just, like I said, I enjoyed the family element and watching that stuff. And in like, hopefully maybe one day I'll have my own like big family, and that's the kind of thing, like I said, at Christmas all my family come round, I go around to my auntie's houses and we do all that kind of stuff outside of Christmas as well. So I enjoyed that element of it. But what I'm saying is, take away all this like stuff like, oh, they've this, blah, blah, blah. I'm talking about the business side of it. Like we all like to talk about when it comes to money and, oh yeah, this person's great. I'm saying what Kris Jenner has managed to build is, regardless if you like them or not.
Yeah, but I look at Kris Jenner as a mother first. And as a mother what? There's a lot of it I don't rate.
Because what?
Because I feel like she has not shielded her children from things that could have. You see, we're looking at a success story that didn't have to be a success story.
But also, you can say that then she's.
If one of them, God forbid, right? If one of the Kardashians was to kill themselves, right? God forbid, of course, yeah, we'd be looking at all of this way differently.
Okay, but then no, because like I said, there's people that have not exploited themselves, quote unquote, by your words, who have killed themselves.
But saying that
the people that I know who have killed themselves most times are people that actually live very private lives.
But saying that doesn't mean that saying that doesn't mean that you go, okay, well they do it too, so let's push them into potentially having that as a problem. You're literally giving I'm counteracting your argument, which is, oh, they might have done this. As far as we're aware, the Kardashians have not come out with and said, so I'm not going to go on this could be. Yeah. As far as we're aware, we know that they love it. Their whole life is basically how they've made their fortune is being in the public eye and having a show. Okay, my whole point is sometimes I think sometimes you have to look at things as separate entities. I might not agree with how they've done stuff, whatever, but then I don't agree with a lot of stuff. I don't agree with Cardi B. I don't agree with this whole new wave of women accepting hoe life, and hoe life is this, and suck a man's doesn't matter if this, and get your money, sis, do this, get your bag. I don't agree with that stuff either. In fact, I think it's worse than probably what the Kardashians push. Do you get? I don't agree with that. However, Cardi B's doing really well for herself. So me as a person, I can look at things as separate entities. I don't like what Cardi B's doing. However, I respect that she's, some people might not look at things as separate entities.
So my whole point is what Kris Jenner has managed to do, which was a lot of people have brought out porn, have been exposed by porn tapes and not had the success that the Kardashians have managed to do. So, and also what they've managed to do is, unless you've grown up on the Kardashians, Kim and her family have more or less managed to bury that of how they started it. Every now and then it comes out, but by and large, a lot of people do not, especially the younger generation, they don't know how Kardashians actually shot to fame unless it comes up again and Ray J decides to say, Kim, you should give me my dues and all that kind of stuff.
Two things. I think divorcing business from how it affects people's lives, because I'm a king of looking at things separately. I believe that I know how to do that.
I don't think
but the problem with separating business from the personal aspect is, I think this is what has the world looking like how it looks now.
100%.
But put that to the side. I'm not passionate enough about the Kardashians to debate this any longer. But what I will say is that I'm happy for them, because doing a daily show, having people in the yard with cameras all the time must be taxing. And I feel like maybe they'll finally be able to enjoy their wealth to a different extent now that they have a bit more free time. And I wonder why they didn't allow the show ages ago, because they're all filthy rich now. Just allow it and live out your days.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. I think they enjoyed it up until they enjoyed it, and now they just don't enjoy it.
Right.
Yeah.
Speaking of more reality, Lani and the Backchat crew.
No.
So that wasn't Backchat.
No. It was just like she done something on her own channel.
Oh, okay, so
with loads of people.
Smash or pass thing.
Yeah.
Well, what do you think about all that? Why was everybody offended?
Because she didn't. Well,
somebody on there said something.
The other people were saying that they asked about Nella Rose, they asked about someone else, they asked about Renee, and the general consensus was they weren't good looking, okay? And then there was some other, like, not nice comments that were said in regards to, like, Renee and her surgery. And, you know, Renee got upset about it. She's entitled to get upset about it. What's my opinion? My opinion is that everyone's entitled to an opinion.
I see all of that as beneath me. I didn't watch the full clip. I didn't get indulged in the memes. I genuinely, in the humblest way possible, think it's just beneath me. The thing is, I'm a joker. I'll joke over the silliest stuff.
What do you think about people calling other people ugly? Forget it. Just in the general thing, like somebody, what do you think about other people because that's basically what this whole thing is.
It's more than that though. It's not other people calling other people ugly. It's calling somebody ugly on a public platform.
Okay, yeah, but that's
it changes the whole thing.
Okay, but that's
me and my brethren might be in a group chat.
Yeah, so what I'm saying
and we might be saying, well, yo, she thinks she's thinking. But when you bring it to public, you don't think anyone should ever
on a public platform?
No. I don't think that what happened there to me, right? And I don't like to be hypocritical, so I say we're all clout chasers. But that brand of clout chasing just ain't for me. I'm not entertained by it. I'm not even entertained by the memes. I'm not entertained by I'm sitting on a bad boy piece of information. I'm not even entertained by that. Because because it's just, I can't explain it because for some reason I am a childish person and I'd make childish jokes. But for some reason, just that particular niche, it just don't do it for me.
Okay, so
I'm sitting on bare bad boy information.
Do you not think that people should be able to comment on other people's looks on a public platform?
No. It's hard to say, but I'm branching over to no, simply because you see, if somebody says something about my looks on social media, I won't take any problem with it. I actually demean my own looks all the time.
Oh, David, you shouldn't do that.
But my problem is that
you're not bad. This society, you're quite handsome sometimes. This society you've got to shape up today. Take your hat off so they can see.
This society can't.
Why do you keep cutting me off? Do you find it hard for people?
I'm talking.
So when people give you compliments.
No, it's not that. Now listen.
I think it is. Why don't you take your hat off so they can see that you look quite handsome today with your shape up?
This society, right? This is
hard, Jamal, to hear nice things. Go ahead.
Cool. This society, right, this society is suffering from caring about looks too much, and because this society is suffering from caring about looks too much is why I am not interested in going on social media at this point in my life and talking about anybody's looks, simply because the society cannot handle it because they put too much importance on looks. And for me, it's actually hurtful. Now, when every girl would tell you about the amount of insecurities they have over their looks, even the most confident girl on Instagram will tell you she has a million insecurities. She'll post a million selfies and still, if you ask her, she has insecurities, she has things she gets stressed about, weight fluctuations, it bothers her, all of these kinds of things. Now, when you call a girl ugly, you don't know what you could be doing to that person's mental state. We should spend more time to tell people to not care about looks than to tell people what to care about when it comes to their looks.
So my thing is that comment on people's looks, it almost seems like it's okay to do it when the person seems detached or far away from us. Hence, you'll see loads of people, including the people that were really upset about this whole thing, that will maybe comment on Beyonce. Oh, I don't like the way Beyonce looks. I don't like the way Cardi B looks. I don't like the way this person looks, because they seem so far removed. Do you get what I mean? So it's okay to comment on it because Beyonce is never going to see it, or you're never going to see Cardi. Do you get what I mean? So it's okay. You can comment on a man who lives far away or in America because he seems detached from you. But the thing is, people like Nella Rose, Renee, and the other girl, I can't remember the other girl's name, they are technically public figures. So now people think that it's okay to comment on their looks because they have branded themselves as public figures. So on one hand, I think it's like, if you are a public figure, then, and you've branded yourself as a public figure, then you're gonna have to. I don't think any of the other girls, maybe apart from Renee, but she came. I think Lani and Renee have some sort of whatever, but I don't think on any of the other girls, they were basically not bothered by it. I don't think Nella Rose said anything, and I think the other girl just basically said, I don't care, like it is what it is, like it doesn't bother me. And I think that is the right approach to have, because you have people like ourselves have put ourselves out there for the world to judge. So people are going to have an opinion on the way we look, on the way I dress, on whatever. Do you understand what I'm saying? So the moment you put yourself out into the public, people are going to have an opinion on the way you look. It's up to me how I now decide, like I can't remember this girl's name, but she basically said it the correct way. Mm-hmm. She was just like, look, it is what it is. I ain't got time to be going back and forth with these people. That's your opinion, fine. Do you get what I mean? And I think it was more of the public or the people that are in the comments that made it into this really big thing. Do you get what I'm saying? Whereas I can guarantee you, everyone that had a problem with this has commented on somebody in the public eyes looks. Do you get what I'm saying? Yeah. And I just think at the moment, I
didn't know you was asking from that point of view.
No, I just, as in like, you know, people are, like, if you're in the public eye, people are going to talk about you. If you're
in the public eye, whatever words people choose to construct about you, that's just the game you're in.
Exactly.
No matter how they plan to put it together, that's just the game we're in.
But I guess people were saying...
I was more talking about how I as a person feel about talking about somebody's looks, and for me, I'm not on it because I don't feel like people can handle it today.
100%, and I agree with you. I think everyone is also really sensitive at the moment as well. And so also I think there's a lot of like double standards as well, because, you know, 1 minute someone can say something about another person, and that's one thing that Lani said was, this game has been played a lot of times. It's been played loads of times, but why is it only... I just think that she was supposed to be cool with people, and then people just felt like she betrayed her. They betrayed each other. Yeah, but it's like, I don't know, maybe because people will say, mate, one time someone on Instagram said, I know the bar is low in the UK because men are finding Zeze Millz attractive. It had nearly 5,000 likes on Twitter. Do you know how much? Bruv, it had 5,000. I was in my feelings, you know. All right, David. They said it had. Do you know how many? Do you know like? You know on Twitter, yeah. Do you know how much?
It's bad because I said I was above it.
Do you know how difficult Twitter is, yeah? For someone to collate 5,000 likes on that, yeah, is mad. And do you know how hard it is to get retweets and likes on Twitter? And it had nearly, and that's what he said. I know. They said, I know the bar is low. I know the bar is low in the UK where men are finding Zeze Millz attractive. And it had 5,000 likes and bare retweets. Do you know how much that upset me? And do you know what, yeah? Maybe this is why I think it all depends on the person that people are coming for. And you're not even listening to me anymore. And the fact of the matter is people really love Nella Rose. They really like her. Do you get what I mean? People love Nella Rose. They are you listening to me? People really like her, so they will always defend her, which is fine. But when this guy tweeted this year, I saw black women underneath the comments like ha 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 laughing at me, and these are the ones that will be saying, oh, we shouldn't be commenting on people's look, and predominantly it was black men and black women laughing at me. And these times I'm peng. Half of these girls can't chat to me. You can't come on. Half of these girls can't even come on the gram without contouring the out their face, and they have the cheek to be laughing at me. Don't make me start coming for people, because I'll do it. Anyway, you can tell I'm still in my feelings about the 5,000 people that like that comment. But anyway, that's what I'm saying.
How did you feel when you saw the 5,000 likes?
But this is what I'm saying. I was annoyed. I was upset because I was thinking, rah, this has got 5,000 people agreeing with what this guy's saying.
Was there ever a moment where you just
no, because I'm paying. I know I'm paying. There's absolutely, and even this is okay. Even if you don't think, thank you. Even if you don't think I'm the most gorgeous person in the world, I'm not ugly. I'm not ugly person in it. I'm not ugly. There's gonna I'm not an ugly person. So a part of me was just like, maybe I'm not his taste. That's fine. I'm happy. I don't mind not being someone's taste. That's absolutely fine. But it was then, it probably hurt me more going under the comments and seeing black women like laughing and being like, ha ha ha, oh my God, bro. Did it like laughing with him? Because I just thought to myself, you'll be the first ones crying when black men then come for you and start saying they don't find black women attractive. But here you are underneath. And that's maybe the only reason why I would be against those certain things, especially when it's done to black women, because generally speaking, black women have it hard when it comes to how we look, especially like, non-racially ambiguous black women where we are black women. You're not going to look at us and be like, oh, have you got something in you? We look like black. Well, yeah, you understand what I'm saying? We just, so it's harder. Sometimes it's harder for us because, all these other images are being pushed now in media as to what is beautiful. And more times than most, we are not the things that are being pushed. Do you understand what I'm saying? In that aspect, I think that it was a bit distasteful of Lani to basically be like asking black women and black men to judge other black women when we have it hard anyway. But then on the other hand, it's people in the public eye, we kind of just have to take it on the chin.
You know what it is, yeah? Rather than try to tear another black person down by saying something ludicrous for clout, it's not even ludicrous, but why not address ludicrous things that are happening in society? Why isn't all of them people there
because they're not intelligent enough?
I'm not even gonna get into that. This is why I can't watch certain things because I feel like it's beneath my IQ. Yeah, but the point that I'm making is, why can't they all stand there and talk about Prince Andrew?
Because
do you get what I'm saying?
Because they, like I just said, they don't have the variety. They don't have sometimes they don't have the intellect to even address these certain times. Not everybody can have discussions. Not everyone's good at that. But
it's then low hanging fruit in it.
But then it's just like, then I don't then think, which I'm not saying you're doing, and then what people are doing on Instagram and Twitter was like, oh, this is da-da-da-da. But what people need to understand that, YouTube is a big place, right? And there's going to be different types of content, and there's content that suits everyone. Yeah. And there's going to be people that want to watch that and they'll laugh at that and they'll find it entertaining. There's going to be people that watch us and find it entertaining. And then there's going to be even people that watch our thing and think, oh, what they do is sitting at a table chatting other people's business. There's all that kind of stuff. And what everyone just has to do is stay in your lane and respect everyone's lane. And basically that's what I was saying about the Kardashians. I don't necessarily like them. However, I can say that content appeals to certain type of people, and there's people that were going to watch them, and there's people that have been watching them.
That's what I said. It's just not for me.
It's just like, yeah. But my thing is that I do think we need to become a little bit more thicker skinned as a society. I think like we're becoming too like, this is that, da 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 da. But then you'll be the first people to tear down. I bet some of those people that were outraged by what Lani did were in the 5,000 people that liked my man saying that the bar was low. Do you know how many girls, when I sometimes what I'll do, if I feel up for it and my heart can take it, I'll type Zeze Millz into Twitter. Mate, some of the stuff on there, I'm like, rip for real. I mean, sometimes it's women, black women, this girl, she's this, she's that, da 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 da. And also the reason why, David, that emphasis is being put when it comes to women, emphasis is put so much on looks, is because, look at me, I'm an opinionated woman who every now and then I'll post this nice selfie just to remind people that I'm paying, and that even though I chat and I probably annoy people, I'm still a payers. And then it makes men confused because they think, oh my God, she's actually quite beautiful, but sometimes she chats. What am I going to do? Do you know what I mean? That's what happens.
What am I going to do?
So that's basically, that's what happens, isn't it? It's hard for people to then dislike me because they think, oh, she's quite cute. Anyway, my whole point is, sometimes I think to myself, maybe I should just post pictures on the gram, because them type of girls, they don't get no backlash. They might get, like you said a couple of times, they might, you know, people might in the comments might be like, oh, you look this, you do that. But by and large, they ain't getting backlash. They ain't getting called pick me. They ain't getting called coon. They ain't getting called any of this. So
and then they're the ones that get called influencers when they have no opinion.
Exactly. Bare influence out there, and absolutely no influence are you applying apart from your contour.
No, the only influence that they apply is getting people to buy stuff.
Exactly, but there's no influence.
Which is the only thing that brands care about.
100%, but not really anymore, because you see things are changing. Brands now want, like, you just putting up a nice selfie of yourself and then saying, oh, don't forget to brands are realizing that's not working no more. They want opinionated people like yourself and me to be like, oh, actually, let me talk about this product, or let me talk about that. But as a woman, sometimes I do think to myself, maybe even when it comes to even finding a partner, I know that what I do, and because I'm so opinionated, it could actually be, it's probably one of the biggest turn-off for men. Okay?
I wouldn't even look at it like that. If I was you, I would just say it weeds out the weak. If anything, you're saving yourself heartache and time waste from the guys that would have approached you and found out, because this is who you are.
This is me, honey.
So there's no point hiding it now. You might as well show it so that they can allow you from now.
This is the truth.
So and not allow you relationship when they realize,
like she's doing.
She keeps talking and that. Like when I do wrong things, like she calls me out and that, and then when I tell her, oh babes, don't bother me, she's like, she realizes that it's a trick, bro. Like, I don't know what to do with this one, kind of thing.
100%. But that's what I'm saying. But that's also why a lot of women.
Now we've talked about Lani and that way too long.
It's not. No, but that's the thing. It's not necessarily about Lani.
Yeah, it's a branch off.
It's the bigger thing of people just being oversensitive, and you know.
Yeah, Tory Lanez
said he was too drunk.
Said in a text to Megan Thee Stallion that he's sorry for what he does. Apparently, this is all alleged. He's sorry for what he did. He was just too drunk. Now, I don't drink, but from what I hear from people that do drink, drinking.
That's not drink.
I'm letting you know. I know that. Don't insult my vast intelligence.
That's something higher than that and stronger and drugs. He was on some bad boy cocktail of drugs.
It doesn't matter what drugs you're on. I don't care what version of drugs I'm ever on. I'm not pulling out a gun and shooting a woman in both feet.
No. There's absolutely no excuse. But what I'm saying is, as soon as I heard that story, my first thing that I thought was he had to have been off his head, like off his head to the point,
and have a naturally violent character.
100%. But you have to be off of your head to do that. Absolutely off your head. I never even
thought about that, to be honest.
As soon as I heard the story, I said, especially if it's somebody supposed to be your friend, and who knows if they were around with each other, but let's just go on the basis, which is enough, that's your friend. Just go off that basis. You either, like you said, have to have been possessed.
Yeah, you're getting Snapchat notifications.
Do you know what? I need to come off Snapchat. I don't like it because randomly people add me and I never use Snapchat.
I thought that was a man sending you something.
No, it says King Jones added you as a friend.
That's Jamal.
Oh.
Why are you adding a Snapchat randomly in the middle of the podcast?
I was scrolling through like my contacts that you can add.
Yeah.
And obviously these emails were on there, so I added it.
Why not?
He heard you talking about being fire and he was like, you know what,
maybe she uploads
and
that stuff. So my whole point is, as soon as I heard that, I just thought he had to be off of his head. He had to be on a cocktail of drugs, drunk as well. And like you said, to shoot somebody, because that's the only thing that can explain why you got a gun out, and that's the only thing. And it's not an excuse, but that's the only thing that I thought, he must have been off of his head, that you literally took a gun out and shot your friend in both of her feet.
It's very interesting watching what's happening in rap right now. What do you think about the whole Tekashi 6ix9ine situation, in the sense that, okay, he's done all of this stuff, all of this going on live, talking about snitching, going to every city with his security team. I actually have a controversial opinion that 6ix9ine is actually one of the safest rappers out here right now, because he snitched, but he's moving with mad security. A lot of these rappers don't move with security, they move with their friends who aren't trained. They move with their brethren. Security, their literal purpose there is to look after you. They have been trained to look out for things and dangers that you wouldn't expect. And they also deal with crisis management and how to handle those situations. You're just rolling around with 100 of you boys. And then other rappers, because they've not snitched and because they're thorough and street, think they're good in the hood and end up going into hood scenarios and situations unprotected because they feel safe and feel like everybody's got them or everybody knows them from the block. And then they end up in peak situations. And we've seen that happen a million times. So I would actually argue that 6ix9ine is actually moving safer than the average rapper. Don't rate him, but moving safer.
Also, what I think is the reason why he's also safe is because
he's on snitching and he's telling you know that.
Well, if anyone was to even kill him, it's too hot. Do you know what I mean? Like, it's too hot for anyone to try and kill him at this moment. Do you know what I mean?
Unless you just don't care.
Exactly, and apparently all these I don't understand how all these gangbangers have not killed him yet.
They only just don't care about killing each other.
What?
Because rappers have died.
Exactly, when they should be the
ones that were doing stuff for their community.
If they wanted to do anyone over, technically it should be 6ix9ine.
Yeah.
And I don't understand why nobody has done it yet. And which makes it.
I guess it's because it's such a clear path to prison. Like, it's very clear.
But that's what I'm saying. It's too hot. So like, I'm agreeing with what you're saying. He's safe because at the moment he's doing so much trolling and stuff like that it's too hot for anyone to even try and like do him over because it's just, it's too sticky for them. So they're not willing to do that. But I just think he's really he knows what he's doing.
I mean, he's willing to go where other people aren't. I didn't think he was willing to go to Nipsey's move. I didn't think he was willing to do that. Joe Budden, apparently, because his dogs don't have any girl dogs to love, masturbates his dogs.
Did he actually say that?
Yes, he did.
Did you hear it with your own words?
I did.
What did he say?
He said he masturbates his dogs. He said, you don't love your dog if sometimes you don't. And then a fingers come out, a little sheets come out, and I don't know if it's true or not, but it seems to be a court document of Sin Santana alleging that she's worried about leaving Lex, their son, with him, because apparently he kisses Lex in the mouth but with his mouth open, and that the son has started to do this with other people. And then that she makes mention, I don't know if that document's real, but it's going all over Twitter. It's been trending since last night. Today's Wednesday, and we released this on a Friday. But yeah, in the document it alleges that Sin is alleging that she's seen him multiple times masturbate the dog, saying that it's his duty as an owner because the dog needs to have a release, and this has been against her wishes, and her saying this is weird, and she's saying it's a sign that he has no borders. And then a voicemail conversation, a voice recording of a conversation they had over the phone where she alleges to him dragging her, and him saying, let me see you, and she's like, I don't want to see you in person, and he's like, I don't want to have to do the stalker thing just to have a face-to-face conversation with you, and she's like, I don't want to see you, let's just talk about Lex if we're talking about Lex. That's come out now as well, and that's only a couple weeks after Tahiri has talked about how she had broken ribs from him back in the day, which he denied. He
posted something that showed, but this is the thing, him and Tahiri had a very toxic relationship both ways. So Tahiri, in my opinion, you cannot be coming out playing victim when you are just as abusive as him. You're both abusers. You're both abusing each other. In a situation of Sin, I can't speak on that, but I have clearly seen Tahiri be abusive and punch him, I'm sorry, and that's the problem in society. Women are okay to punch men up, do whatever. The moment the man retaliates, he's in the wrong. They're both in the wrong.
I'm saying before you hit your girl, leave. I don't want to say leave permanently. Before you take up your hand, if you keep getting abused by your girl to the point where you actually feel like hitting her back, you need to leave. Call the police, bruv. Let that girl really have to sit in front of police and understand that when she does that to you, she has assaulted you. No. When I say let her understand, I mean really go through the process.
Men won't do that because they feel that about their masculinity. That I'm now calling the police because my girlfriend hit me.
But it's not masculine to hit a woman.
I'm saying both ways. Nobody should be laying hands on anyone. But I think women, a lot of times, they knowing that a lot of men think how you feel, they.
But how I feel is I'll put you in prison. No. So don't. Okay. I'm not the one to mess with. I'll go through the entire system.
A lot.
Your Honor, the assailant.
Yeah, but
put their hand on me.
A lot of women.
I'll do it.
Will do that.
Z,
men.
I'll do that.
Okay, a lot of women,
look at me. I'll do it in the court.
Women. A lot.
Your
of
Honor.
Women, shut up.
My hand on the Bible.
Women will.
I swear to tell the whole truth and nothing but the truth. So help me God.
A lot of women.
Prison.
A lot of women, knowing that men think that it's frowned upon for men to hit women, which is right, I think that they take advantage of that. So they know it. You know when you know someone can't do something, what? Even might do that. They take advantage of that. But what we should be teaching our children is not that men shouldn't hit women, it's that nobody should be hitting anybody in a relationship. We should be able to vocalize how we feel without anybody putting hands on anyone.
If a girl puts her hands on me.
And it's true, if a girl puts
locked down, clink, clink.
And unfortunately, the way society is,
I'm locked up, they won't let me
is that it will favour women in these situations, which is right, because statistically speaking, women suffer domestic violence a lot more than men. However, there are men that do, and also it's not reported. It's
actually interesting because when we say statistically, we always say statistically based upon who's spoken.
Exactly, so you don't even know.
But I still assume it happens more with women.
Exactly, but I can guarantee you a lot of men are not going to report domestic violence.
I'll report it. I've been trying to put a girl in prison. I'm not even going to lie. I want one of you to run up on me. Not only that, I'm putting a girl in prison for sexual assault as well, because girl just be touching you up and then not asking.
But you know, even that again is weird, because you know, a woman cannot rape a man, like by the law. So you know, like when you see all these underage these teachers having sex with underage boys, and the headline will say teacher has sex with 15-year-old pupil, and people in the comments will be like, it's rape. Rape is only penetrative, if that's the word. It's only when the man penetrates the woman unwillingly. That's what is classified as rape. So even that, again, is like, why is it not taken serious when a woman, like, why is there not such shocking headlines, you know what I mean, when it comes to a teacher sleeping with a female teacher sleeping with a 14-year-old boy?
What do you think about Joe Budden
wanking the dog?
Yeah.
It's disgusting. That is horrid. I don't even understand. Like, I've got a dog, Dave, and when his willy comes out, I'm traumatized.
No, but this is the part that scares me. I remember the first time I saw a dog's willy. I could not. It's like some little. Why would you touch that?
As a dog owner, I don't think you understand the lengths that you'd have to go through to wanking off a dog. And
it's wild. It's wild.
Big dogs, okay. So that to me is.
It's wild. Very disturbing.
Very disturbing.
Very disturbing.
It's not nice. The other stuff, I also do think it's weird timing, conspiracy, that all of this stuff is coming out, resurfacing.
As his Spotify deal is now. Here's my thing. It doesn't matter if it's true.
What?
When it comes out. But if he's really putting his hands on his dog's willy.
Forget about the dog.
In a backward and forward motion.
The thing about that is, I'm talking about the domestic violence stuff.
If that's true, then it doesn't matter either.
Of course, but then we have to ask ourselves, why is it that all these things are obviously...
I mean, well...
I'm not saying that they're doing it to... It means that the powers that be are very able to cover up stuff and make sure things don't come out about you when you are in their good books and you're obeying by their rules.
I hear that, but this is one of the few times where Joe really asked for it though, because Joe was going in on Spotify. Like, he was dissing Spotify rampantly.
But why can't he?
So why can't Spotify diss him back?
Of course, if they want to do that. But
and this is not us saying that Spotify did that.
I'm just saying it's all very convenient, and it just lets us know that a lot of these people, it's just like Epstein was he had enough money to cover up all the bullshit that he was doing. Then all of a sudden,
Epstein has enough money to hang himself in a containment cell.
He did not hang himself. Sorry.
Sarcasm.
I know, but that's what I'm saying. My whole thing is...
While the two guards were asleep.
When you're in their good...
No, what I think is mad is that man jeopardized their career doing this wild stuff. You ain't got to... Just don't wank your dog, bro.
I'm saying that
why
when people get to a certain level, they do very warped things, you know.
No. But why? But you mess up everything. You mess it all up. Why would you mess it all up?
Like you're not gonna ever get.
What do you think about the footballers bringing the girls in?
It's again like.
Why are you fumbling the bag?
But that's what, because they get to the point where now it's just like, I just want excitement. It's excitement for me.
That, you see, fumbling the bag isn't exciting for me.
But that's because you haven't got to that point now where money is never going to be an issue. Them footballers, they've got so much money that they don't care about it because now they've gone past the point.
I think they do.
No, they care, but it's not enough. It's like you would think about stuff like, it's even like how even us sometimes on podcasts or when we speak, we're constantly thinking about what we're saying because we don't want to mess anything up. Because we're not at that stage yet where, you know, like, take Wiley. Wiley is probably very good for life. Do you know what I mean? So he's got to that point now where he will say what the fuck he wants to say because in actual fact, I don't need you guys anymore. I'm comfortable. My family's comfortable, and I'm probably going to retire anyway. So he doesn't care. Whereas younger people like us who are new into the game, you're gonna constantly be thinking about, but maybe. Well, God willing, when we get to the stage of money is not, I'm not thinking like, I'm not constantly thinking about, I'm not thinking about, oh, you know, when you get to that stage of when you have enough money where you're not really even thinking about what is leaving your account and what's, you know, do you know, that nice stage, you don't care anymore. And that's why people in Hollywood do warped shit because they've got so much money.
So you think when you get to that stage, you will?
No.
So it's about more than that then?
No,
I'm not doing that weird stuff.
No, but I don't. But the thing is, I don't.
Missionary and sleep.
That's what I'm saying. You're not going to do that.
Yes, I am.
You're not.
That's exactly. I'm not even doing that now.
Exactly. But what I'm saying is, I mean, I wouldn't do warp shit like wanking my dog off or anything like that.
No, I'm none of that weird stuff, bro.
Like, naturally speaking, I might like to try different things, not wanking my dog off or anything like that.
Nah, I'm good with what I'm doing now.
But that's what I'm saying. Different people are different. When it comes to domestic violence, it's okay for women to do it when it should be not okay for anybody to ever lay hands on anybody.
Real talk. That has been Coz We Can. $911.
That was a good retaliation, boy. That was a good block. He was like, yay!
Oh, that feels nice. Okay. Coz We Can. See you guys again next week.
I was in the trap house. Man was breaking down mountains.